On Thursday, we took a look back at the first 6 months of 2023. That was January through June. But tonight, KCAU-9 News reporter Tyler Buechner is taking us back in time through some of the events that happened in the later part of this year.
Thanks, Sophie. From a missing man in Sac County to an unexpected shopper in a Sioux City store, the second half of 2023 had its fair share of notable events. In early July, thousands of people from around the world made their way to Grandview Park for the annual Saturday in the Park. The 32nd edition of the free music concert featured local bands, national rising stars, and the headliner, Earth, Wind, and Fire. The live concert wasn't the only large activity to bring folks to Sioux City, as the 50th annual Ragbri went back to the original route bikers took when it first started. Thousands of cyclists from around the world started in Sioux City and rode all the way to Davenport, Iowa, a total journey of more than 500 miles. Mid-August, a train derailed in North Sioux City, collapsing the bridge around Military Road and Main Street. A total of 16 rail cars were off the tracks.
Told us normally what happens is something malfunctions, the cars start derailing, and in the process that will destroy the bridge because the engine is still pulling the cars, and they're flipped sideways now, and they shouldn't be, so then that destroys things.
An unusual discovery got the attention of national news outlets. A 6-foot-long Colombian red-tailed boa constrictor was found in a shopping cart at the Sioux City Target. The snake, dubbed Tarzay, was adopted by Professor Dan Fogel with Southeast Community College in Lincoln, Nebraska.
We'll probably use them for outreach. We always like to have some big snakes for kids to come handle.
At the beginning of September, a routine traffic stop escalated into a standoff with police. An officer attempted to stop a car, but the person drove away, crashing into 4 parked cars and fleeing into a local residence at the 1700 block of Ingleside. Police identified 25-year-old Antonio Rockwood. He was known to be armed and dangerous. Rockwood was arrested by police after a few hours. The Woodbury County Jail was expected to be completed September 14th. However, several setbacks meant the date had to be pushed back. The completion date for the new county jail was set to April 9th, 2024. The Woodbury County Board of Supervisors said they had no communication with the LEC about the delays.
It is a frustration of the board just because we want to do the most that we can. We created not only the LEC authority, but the very project itself. And to allow it to happen, we had to give up a lot of authority, and it's built for one-off, administration of simpler things.
A 911 call in a small town in Iowa escalated to a several-hour standoff with law enforcement. 4 miles north of Hornick, Iowa, several police departments tried to negotiate a peaceful surrender from 44-year-old Walter Sulzberger. Sulzberger allegedly fired multiple shots at officials, and law enforcement returned fire, killing him. Police later found his father dead as well. In November, Kim Taylor was found guilty in federal court of 52 counts of voter fraud. Taylor faces a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison for each count. A sentencing date has not been set. Due to Kim Taylor being found guilty, several members of the community asked for her husband, Jeremy Taylor, to step down from the Woodbury County Board of Supervisors. Instead, Jeremy stepped down from his position as vice chair of the Board of Supervisors and plans to serve the rest of his term as a county supervisor.
I'm appreciative of the process, that it's in the hands of the people, as it always should be. Not the auditor or the board majority, though I respect each one of your opinions. So I will continue to work hard in my elected office.
That same month, a search began for a missing Wall Lake man. 53-year-old David Schultz was running a delivery of hogs to Sac City, but he never arrived. Police found his truck the next day on the road, still loaded at the intersection of 190th Street and Union Avenue. Schultz was nowhere in sight. The search continues for the missing father and husband.
None of the scenarios make sense. Like, if someone took him, why wouldn't they have taken his money too? He had a wallet full of cash. He carries cash. He doesn't like to use a debit card. So I don't know. Plus, where would he go without his coat? Like, it was cold.
And that's a wrap on the 2023 year in review. We here at KCAU-9 News look forward to joining you in the new year, continuing to cover important events around Siouxland. Tyler Buechner, KCAU-9 News.